Welcome to the Coffee and Questions podcast. I am your host, Michelle Berman-Michael, and my mission with this podcast is simple: to help realtors and loan officers across the world tap into the value Instagram can have for them and their business. To me, organic business that comes to us is the name of the game. On this show, you're going to hear from myself, other experts across social media, and also others that are just like you, selling real estate and doing loans and doing it at a high level on social media.
If you want to actually get business from Instagram, you want to listen to this person. She's just an unbelievable human. And so, Michelle, welcome to the Zoom today.
Oh my gosh. Well, thank you for having me. I'm very excited to be here with you and for all of these awesome people.
Michelle, I want to just start here. Where are you watching realtors just instantly go wrong with Instagram?
That's a huge question. I think that there's a lot of people out there that are trying to teach Instagram, and there's a lot of people who are trying to get you guys all to focus on things, in my opinion, that don't matter. And we both know that, right? There are a lot of things that we're taught to care about when it comes to sales and marketing and those types of things. And that includes, how many followers do I have? How many likes am I getting? How many comments am I getting on my content? Are my impressions? What do they look like? And I got to tell you guys that I have been doing this for a very long time. I've been in the industry for 8 years, and I have seen so many people spend time focusing on metrics that don't matter. If you go and look at my Instagram, Berman Media Social, I don't have the most likes on my content. I don't have the most followers of all the Instagram quote unquote gurus. I don't have the most video views, but I can tell you that that's not what it's about. And the way that my business has grown in the last 2 to 3 years is a true testament to the fact that those things don't matter. And so the number one thing that I could say that people are doing wrong is actually what's between their ears, right? Which is the mentality of Instagram is this vanity metric platform of how many likes do I have, how many comments, followers, what are my video views, right? And that's not what matters. Does your content make you feel really confident in your message? Are you lit up by the content you're putting out? Like, do you read that and you're just like, I just crushed that post. Like, that was so good and so valuable. And are you creating conversation out of that? And that does not mean getting comments. That does not mean getting likes or followers. That means, did somebody notice it? Did you walk into the office and somebody said to Jen, hey Jen, oh my God, I saw that post you put on Instagram. That was hilarious. That is subliminal marketing, guys. And that is more powerful than a like or a follower or a comment, right? So there are a lot of things that we do psychologically wrong when it comes to Instagram and really just marketing on social media in general. The Instagram Power Method in the program that I've created has nothing to do with vanity metrics whatsoever. It has everything to do with what's going on between your ears and how can we address that first and then crush it in all of the other things that we're going to talk about. Mistake number 2 is that the content we're putting out is for everybody but your ideal client, right? So it's for you. It's to showcase how many deals you did. So like, hey, title person, hey, lender, you're going to want my business because look at how much business I'm doing, right? So if your content is showing all of that, or that's all you are putting out there, new listing, under contract, hey, I was in the President's Club, like, it's all about you, right? And that's not what your content should say or should be about. So if you're looking at your content and it doesn't talk about your buyer stories or their person who listed their home with you and what the story was as to how they even became a client of yours, right? I think those are the stories that need to be told. And then the content on the value side, as far as helping somebody realize the art of home ownership, which is the biggest transaction that anybody will do in their lives. We all know that. That's not new information, but are we creating value that actually makes people confident that you're the right person for that?
So Michelle, to dig deeper into this, I feel like everyone has heard, you've got to add value. You've got to understand your ideal client. But as you and I both know, every room I speak in, everyone is still stuck with like, what does that actually like? I know I'm supposed to add value, but like, I'm so unclear on what value is. And so can you kind of walk us through like how you teach, your people to understand what value is and then to help them create it?
When I created the concept of creating valuable content, I called it a series called the Value Series. And what that does is taking those traditional documents that you get. Jen, for example, you're on the title side, right? So of course you guys have really awesome flyers and handouts and valuable pieces of information that you deliver to your agents or you give them, right? Or on the agent side, right? You guys create listing packets or you create listing flyers, or you have like the little 3-page document that you give to your clients that you're showing a home to about that property. Those documents, right? People seem to think that that's content for social media. And I see it 100 times a day, at least, right? I see flyers, I see screenshots of testimonials off of Zillow or Google. I see the 5 steps to the home buying process that has like the little map on it, right? Or the little road. The information is too small. The text is too small. It's got 15 bullet points on one document. And what I decided years ago when I created this in early 2019, I said, we're going to ditch all of that. Not that it's bad information, right? I'm not saying that it's bad information, but the reality is, and this is the reality of being in 2022, right? Is that that is not what your clients need or want. They don't need that information anymore, right? So what do they need? They need an understanding of how can they put themselves into the scenario that you're giving, and how can they see themselves in that moment and say, Teresa or Susan or whoever, you're the person for me, right? And 99% of that is through the art of connection, and connection is done through storytelling. Storytelling is so impactful, and social media has become a dumping ground for, look at all of my achievements. And I mean, I literally recorded a podcast episode on Monday where the conversation I was having with this gentleman was, there has been so much that has gone on in every single one of our lives that can create more connection and more a more powerful relationship than any accomplishment that we have. So Value Series, what is a Value Series? It's how we take one topic that we really, really want to talk about, and we break it into 5 individual bullet points, and we spread those 5 bullet points across 5 posts throughout the month. So here's an example. I literally wrote a series yesterday, and the title of it is The Power of Advertising in This Market. The reason we decided on this series was that advertising, we feel like in the shift of the market right now, is more important than ever, because cell phone photos used to sell houses 6 months, a year ago, right? That was okay because the houses were just flying off the shelves. But now it's more important than ever that the things you're doing to advertise your client's property or to showcase to a buyer that you can find them the right property is more important than ever. And then we broke it into 5 individual bullet points. Post number 1 was, what does good advertising actually mean? Number 2, why is it important to have an agent that understands how to properly advertise your home? Number 3, since the market has never been so crazy, that means you can just skip going the extra mile, right? Haha, no. Number 4, why do you think, or why do I think that advertising will make or break you getting top dollar for your home in this current market? And number 5, want to know 3 ways that I advertise your property that does not include the MLS. There's a specific question I tell my clients to go ask their followers on Instagram that are consuming their content in order to get ideas for these Value Series topics. So she went and she did that homework assignment, and she sent me all the screenshots of the replies that she got from all these people. And she was like, I think the one that sticks out to me the most is that cell phone photos used to sell houses and they're not going to anymore. And this particular friend of mine used an agent, and she posted cell phone photos instead of spending the money on professional photos because she assumed that the market was still going to be as crazy as it has been. And the house has now been sitting on the market for 45 days.
So one topic, 5 posts is the way you helped cultivate that for Jill. Inside of those 5 posts, are you varying those? Like, is one a carousel? Is one a video? Are they all still graphics designed in Canva? Like, what does the actual creation of that content look like?
All 3 options revolve around creating a branded piece of cover photo or a branded piece of content in Canva, right? So when we're doing this, we obviously want to make sure that we're creating an Instagram post template in Canva, because if it's not in the Instagram post category, it won't fit for Instagram. It'll get cut off. It'll look funky, right? So we need to have a cover photo of some kind. Now, to dissect that, if you want to do your value series in the form of a video, I 1000% would recommend that. I know Kyle would certainly back me up on that one. So what you would do is you would create a really beautiful template in Canva, and you would drag and drop the video that you record to answer question number 1, which in this case, we'll just go back to the sample series, which says, what does good advertising actually mean? So you then go record a 1 to 2 minute max video saying, as a real estate agent, what do you believe good advertising for your clients actually means? So obviously we have 5 bullet points here. So what a lot of my clients will do is they will actually record the entire video as one video, but at the end of answering question number 1, they'll pause and kind of wait, 15 seconds and then answer question number 2, pause 15 seconds. And then you got a YouTube video that you can use if you want to. And that also then becomes your 5 videos for the entire month of value series content on Instagram. So the excuse of like, I don't have time to make content, everybody has time to record a 10-minute video.
So real quick, so you're not asking people to, this isn't 5 posts in 5 days. The value series is spread out over 5 weeks, right? Because it's a post a week in that series. It's
not actually 5 weeks. It's because the way the Instagram works is it works on a 30-day content calendar or 30-day grid, which means that it's 6. If you look at Instagram, and all of you guys look at Instagram's feed, right? It's 3 across and then unlimited down. So it actually works on a 6-day rotating calendar. So you will actually be posting value series once every 6 days, which equates to 5 over the course of a 30-day content calendar. Which is why I tell everybody, you can't do a marketing minute. You can't do like a tip Tuesday. Like it won't always fall on Tuesday. Like the days are always just going to adjust based off of the 6-day calendar. So focus on creating a calendar or a sequence, right? Which we have all of that. We give all of our clients all of that, but just focus on doing it that way. Don't focus on printing off a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, like 7-day across calendar, because it won't work. If you enjoyed this episode, please go follow my guests on social media. And if you enjoyed this podcast, please consider leaving us a review wherever you consume this content.